Hello everyone, in this video you'll witness a truly insane game played by 78-year-old Emil Diemer. His colorful appearance is far from the only thing you need to know about him. Emil was born in 1908. In 1931, he lost his job and joined the German Nazi Party. He attended all major international chess events and became a chess reporter for the German Reich. After World War II, he continued working in chess journalism, sold chess books, and gave simultaneous exhibitions. However, in 1953, he was expelled from the German Chess Federation, lost interest in chess, and became increasingly fascinated with Nostradamus. He claimed to have cracked Nostradamus' secret code, and over the course of 25 years, sent more than 10,000 letters on the topic. In 1965, he was admitted to a psychiatric clinic where he was banned from playing chess for 6 years due to mental instability. In 1971, that ban was lifted, and Emil even played in the National Club Championship. However, he continued to live in the clinic's post-stationary care unit for the rest of his life. Now, let's get to the game. This game was played in 1984 when Emil was already 78 years old. He played the white pieces and Thomas Heiling played black. Judging by the level of play, both Emil and Thomas were playing at a master's strength for that time. Make sure to watch the entire game from beginning to end. I promise you won't be disappointed. And so the game begins with d4 by Emil. Black replies with f6 and then f3. Emil loved the move f3. He always aimed to push e4, often played the Blackmore-Diemer gambit and similar lines. Black responds with d6, and then e4 from white. White establishes a strong central presence with pawns. Black prepares to fianchetto their bishop, and g4 from white. The pawn storm on the king's side has already begun. Black fianchettos their bishop, and g5 from white, chasing the knight back. The knight retreats to d7, and f4 follows. That's the 6th pawn move in a row from white. White has complete control of the center, and black tries to undermine it with c5. This opens the long diagonal for the dark-squared bishop. But then comes the simple move d5. White locks down the center like this. Yes, it opens up the dark-squared bishop, but it's not critical. In this position, black realizes they also need to push some pawns and plays b5, a trap move sacrificing the b5 pawn. But the pawn can't be taken because capturing it allows a queen check on a5 and white loses a piece. The idea is that after c3, as if defending the knight, black plays b3 and then b5, and white ends up down a piece. So of course Emil doesn't take the pawn on b5. Instead, he plays c3, placing a kind of wave breaker in front of black's dark-squared bishop. Now, the b5 pawn is really under threat. Black reinforces it with a6, but Emil responds with h4. White's pawns keep marching down the board. Next comes h5, and maybe in the future h6, completely locking black's kingside in a vice. Black plays b6, trying to finally develop their pieces, like bringing the other knight to d7, but h5 keeps coming. The pawn storm doesn't stop. Now, black really doesn't want to take it. If they do, the queen might jump to h5, and their pawn structure will collapse. So instead, black decides to challenge white's central pawn on d5. But already on move 11, Emil plays h6, driving the bishop back to f8. The bishop retreats to f8, and Emil switches to the queen side with a4. He's already pushed a pawn to the limit on the king side. Now he turns his attention to the other side. The pawn on b5 starts to feel the pressure. Thomas Heiling seizes the moment and tries to break white's central structure by capturing on d5. But not so fast. Emil shuts everything down again by pushing a5, locking the queen side too. The knight steps back to d7, and white recaptures the pawn on d5. This pawn on d5 is a monster. It controls the critical c6 square. Now, no black piece can occupy